Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're doing the Around the Verse recap of the UK studio, which is the biggest studio which is working on Star Citizen. We'll be talking about the Javelin capital ship, which is being shown in this Around the Verse, and I must say it's a beautiful ship. Also, we'll be talking about all the developments being made this month in the UK studio, which is quite a lot. And we will be talking about the Free Fly Weekend, which is actually happening now. It's running from the 15th of April till the 18th of April. And for all the people which haven't tried Star Citizen just yet, there's a link below here where you can sign up and start playing the game till you're tired of it, or just till the 18th of April. And also you will get a Super Hornet, which is the most capable fighter in my opinion in Arena Commander. So yeah, that will be quite a shot. And also, if you bought the game already, go fly that Super Hornet already. Now we'll be diving into the UK studio update. They have been working on ongoing player interaction, and this work now allows for individual buttons to be pressed in the cockpit amongst other implementations. You will actually see that right now. They're doing that kind of sprint at the moment, so we will have this functionality pretty soon. I'm personally expecting it to be 3.0. Now they're also working on a new system for handling objects. You can choose their orientation when setting them down, and you can throw them simply by trying to put them away. And if you put them away too far, you will actually throw the object. So that's a really simple system. But this system actually adds a lot of versatility into the game. Just imagine if you can place all those objects in your hangar, that is certainly going to give a lot more personality into your own little space right there. Also, they have been working on a stamina system and a vaulting system, and this vaulting system is quite sophisticated. So for example, you can be tired, or you can be normal, or even so tired that you can't vault anymore, which is very interesting in my opinion. Also, this stamina system has a lot of impact in the FPS mechanics in the game as well. For example, if you're too tired, you can't really see through your scope because you're just too tired. So that leaves a lot of room to actually be interesting. Also, they have been working on suit punctures, which are basically puncturing your suit so maybe air floats out. And they have been working on the kiosk system, which is hopefully getting into the 3.0 update. And I'm pretty excited for that, because that actually allows us to buy stuff like weapons and maybe even ships in the long run. But so far it looks really good, and it's also the first implementation where we can start trading with cargo and that kind of stuff. And also they have been working on the pilot seats. So what they actually want to do with the pilot seats right now, they want to unify those systems, those screens, so they're really unified and they don't really differentiate from each other very much. So that should help the developers, but also the players in the end, because it will be probably just a lot easier to actually do it. Also, they have been working on the FOV on the helmets, and they have been experimenting with it. For example, what does a helmet do with different FOV settings, which will come into the game. And also they are doing another pass with those helmets to make them way better and way more easier readable as well. And I must say, here we got the FOV test right here, and I must say that looks pretty promising, and I like those different FOVs as well, which is field of view. So for example, me with an ultra wide monitor finally gets a nice field of vision, which I hope everyone will get, because some people are just not get sick of low FOV. Literally, they get they really get sick of it, or maybe get dizzy in the head, whatever. So that's not really good. Next, on the FOV, they are working on post-processing working correctly with the helmets, which is also important, and the audio team is working on a propagation system, which allows the sound to properly move from room to room. Additionally, 2 passes on the mix management system have been completed. The mix management system allows for real-time tweaking of audio mixes, which are applied to areas or rooms. Finally, for audio, significant progress has been made on the Word Up dialogue tool, which managed a huge amount of dialogue in Squadron 42. And this mix management system actually allows to really just tweak it, and it's really cool that they can do this. Also, concept has been done for the Gemini ballistic shotgun and a new ship weapon manufacturer known as Preacher. For the environment team, they've been working on the truck stop interiors, satellite interiors, microtech new Babbage, and habitation modules, which I can't wait to explore, by the way. All those locations are adding a lot of diversity into Star Citizen. Places like Microtech and the Levski landing zone are really going to be enjoyable to explore. Also, the ship team has been working on the Hull C, as you can see right now, which is basically the backbone of all cargo activities in the universe. I mean, the military uses it, but it's really going to be interesting how this plays out with cargo. Also, as you can see right now, they've been working on the light controller work, and what you can see right here is all in the Hull C. It's actually in the top left corner right here, and it's very interesting what they are doing right now. And also, they've been working on the animations and really to get this ship in a finalized state. It almost seems like it is like that, and well, I think it's going to be a really cool ship. And as we can see, like I said multiple times already, I think their ship pipeline is really in a top-notch state, and it can't be any better. I mean, they can exactly predict when they're going to release such a ship. And also we see the Misk Razor right here, which looks very awesome. It's going to be a new racing ship from Misk, and I must say it's going to be very awesome. Can't have any other word for it, because it looks even better than the M50 in my opinion. I mean, I thought the M50 was beautiful, but this almost look CGI-like. I mean, they can just pop it on into a commercial and just look at it. Also, they have been working on the Buccaneer and the Aquila and the Prospector, which you see flying right now if you look at the screen. And it's also already in a flyable state, so that looks pretty good, and I can't wait to fly it myself, which is the dedicated mining ship, at least like the one passenger mining ship in Star Citizen. They have been updating the style guides for all the weapons as well in Star Marine, and they have been working on them. For example, they have been working on the railgun, which is a shoulder weapon, and they have been working on the better prone animations. The team also worked on briefing and stamina, as well as no weapon jumps and weapon reloads for the Devastator, the Gallant, the Arrowhead, and the Railgun, and the new pistol as well. And I'm actually pretty happy all those new weapons are coming to Star Marine. Like here you got this really nice looking shotgun, because Star Marine doesn't have a lot of weapons right now, and I can't wait to see more of those. Also, they have been rolling out a new impact library. Previously, their impacts were weapon and surface type based, but the new setup allows them to layer up the individual elements, which gives them more flexibility and less maintenance to be done. Also, as you can see right now, the animation team has been working on all the animations for example, the railgun, and they have been working on the prone animations for that as well, since they haven't been in the game just yet. And with the stamina system in place as well, they actually have to redo a lot of those kind of systems. So for example, if you're running and if you're jumping, whatever, they've also been working on a new jumping method right here, which looks way more natural without a gun. But if you're running and you're tired, you're way shakier with your gun because you have to breathe, and if you're really just not tired, you don't have that element in the game. So that actually gives us more incentive to not run too much. Also, to save the best for last, we will be looking at the Javelin, which I actually made a supercut video from just for you to enjoy. And I will be talking about it quite a lot more in a separate video, which when it will be up, will be linked right here in the upper right corner. But just to say a few things, this is a capital ship. You need lots of people to actually operate this. And think about like 50 players or something. And further than 50 players, you actually need a lot of NPCs as well, because I think there will be quite a lot of people on the ship. I mean, it's like 3 times the size of an Idris, and it's really looking astounding. Just look at this bridge over here. Imagine yourself being in a fight with other people, all those sirens just screaming war at you, we're under attack, and I think that's going to be very intense, and it will be a very big corporation of people which have to work seamlessly together to actually get the enemy down or get the ship in a very healthy state. And as you can see right now, it actually has one hangar into it, which can fit a Vanguard, and it has a turret on top, which is actually sliding right there, which is a pretty cool setup. It also has guns on pretty much everywhere, but as we can see right now, it actually has 3 guns on each side. And it's just looking very good. I mean, if you are in an organization or something, you probably want to have this ship on your organization, because it's pretty massive and it can probably withstand quite a beat. And well, I made a super good video for you to enjoy, so I won't be talking too much, and I'll just leave you to enjoy the video. So if I have to talk, I will talk, but I probably won't talk too much. So enjoy. Okay, so now the ship shape is actually beginning, and this ship of course has a lot of stuff into it, and which is interesting is that they actually made a lot of design choices which are very cool in my opinion. So for example, what they did, they have split a lot of occupations in the ship. So on the top of the ship you actually got the technical stuff working, and the middle of the ship you actually got the living quarters, like you have food courts, you have maybe some bunk beds, you have well, probably the most luxurious place in the ship. And also on the bottom you have all the technical sides, which are important because there's all the engines which keep the ship operating, and which is of course important to actually fight a war. So how they started to make the ship is by making the floor plan first. So here you see it on the top right there, you got the technical sides, on the middle you got the living quarters, and on the bottom you got the engineering rooms. And they made the floor plan first, and then they can just figure out all the exterior things which have been mostly recycled from the Idris. I think they have like 40% from the Idris, or actually it's 60% from the Idris in the interior, and then 40% from the real Javelin, which they actually made unique kind of assets. And of course the exterior, they probably use the same decals and manufacturing guidelines for this ship, which is from Aegis. But of course, the exterior of the ship is unique. I mean, there is no way you can really use the same model for it. It really has to be unique to the ship. And as you can see right now, like I said before, the door actually from the hangar actually doubles the thing, like it's a door, and it's actually pulling the ship up as well. So when the ship is up, it is actually just a door right now, which it's pretty interesting design. Like you can see right now, There you have the Idris, and there you have the hangar door, which is actually closed right now. And when the ship gets up, the door has to open, pick up the ship, and then close again, and the ship is up. Here you got those beautiful guns, which look amazing. And here you got this nice rolling gun, which is on the trail. And I think the gun is the ship is pretty powerful. I mean, you don't really want to solo this ship. It's probably pretty slow as well, so if you just want to harass it, then please be my guest. But this ship, it won't even notice you, probably. Also, the interiors have been very well done. Also, what they said in the around the verse is there's massive bulkheads in the Javelin actually, and those bulkheads can actually be shut off. So, for example, when the engineering bay is under heavy fire, and it has a section of the hull punctured, then you can just shut it off with the door and just say, okay, we're not bringing any more oxygen to that, and we're just shutting it off. So it's basically how a real ship works as well. So for example, if you have a real ship or a cruiser and it has a punctured hull and water is getting inside it, you can have a bulkhead, and then it will allow to just isolate the problem like that, and so it won't sink. And those massive bulkheads are really, really cool. Also, you just saw the lighting which they are working on. I think the lighting is really having a strong impact on the ship, how it feels and how the atmosphere is. So that's really interesting as well. So that was pretty much it for this Around the Verse already. If you'd like to see more, on the left here, right here, here's the latest Around the Verse. And on the right here, you can actually see my video about the Javelin, which I will do a dedicated video about as well, because this is of course the Around the Verse update. So hopefully until next time.